little sugar buggers, welcome back to the channel for a brand new speed build. So today, you guys, we are going to be creating Maddox Foreman's brand new apartamento located in the art district. So when I was trying to find a new place for Maddox to live, because lately, you guys, he has been moving up in the culinary career. He has literally been killing the game. In fact, he recently got a promotion. He is at, I think, level 5 now, and he is officially a line cook. Anyway, I decided he needed a new place to move just because we've spent quite a few episodes in his old apartment, and I kind of felt like he was outgrowing it. Like, it was just boring. I don't know, I felt like it was kind of like empty, and he deserved something a little more modern, a little more trendy, and so the art district was a perfect place to go ahead and build that. However, I will admit the lack of apartments just makes apartment living in general so anticlimactic. It's ridiculous. In fact, I had to make him live in the exact same apartment building as his friend, his girlfriend. They're not officially together, but Phoebe. So she actually lives right across the hall, which is a good thing. It's a cool thing, actually. But I would have preferred maybe a different building, but I really couldn't find anything that was in his budget and kind of fit his needs. So anyway, if you're wondering why there was no video yesterday, in case you guys can't tell, because I'm trying to hide it as much as I possibly can. I am actually sick right now. I am combating a cold. Today, it isn't as bad as it was yesterday and the day before. Like, literally could not speak the day before. And it sucks because you want to take time off. You want to, relax, kick your feet up or whatever. But when you're a content creator, your mind is constantly on the go, no matter if you want it to be or not. You literally have no choice. So for those who do content create, I'm sure you can relate in some shape or another to your mind just always just going and going and going and going and trying to plan the next thing. And so literally after my pre-filmed videos ran out, I was just sitting there twiddling my thumbs, probably getting myself in trouble on Twitter. I was like, I need to build something. I need to do something. So I decided just to kind of kick back, relax, and build this apartment, which, by the way, turned out to be more than I had envisioned, but probably around the 1 minute marker, I was ready to freaking delete it and move on. So it's interesting. When I'm creating, I realized I am the type of person that it has to look good every step of the way, or I feel like I'm doing something wrong. Is anybody else like that? Like, if you draw and the sketch looks like crap, you can't envision the final product. Like, you think if the sketch looks like crap, the final product is gonna look like crap. I don't know what it is, but even when I'm building or anything that has to do with the creative portion of the brain, if it doesn't look good along the way, I feel like there's something just wrong. And it's kind of like a fault of mine because that isn't always the case. Like, sometimes things need to get messy before they get beautiful, such as Jen's life. But seriously though, and it was kind of like that same mentality with this apartment. Around the 1 minute mark, it just didn't look right to me. It had way too many browns. It had way too many, kind of feminine aspects to it. And although Maddox does have a very particular style, and it is kind of always treading on that feminine, masculine side, it just, initially, I couldn't look past it. I'm like, no, this is way too girly for him. Even though those things don't matter, obviously, but for him, it kind of does. He does want to live in a place where it's like, oh, okay, but yet you see some masculine touches. And so I decided just to push through it the best that I can and just add in more masculine Maddox touches to it, and the end result was fire. Like, I love this apartment so much. I don't do very many apartment builds, as you guys know, and I definitely want to do more in the future. I mainly just worked with the structure of the apartment, laying out the fundamentals such as the kitchen and where are we going to put the dining and the living room and all that kind of fun stuff. And then towards the end, I decided just to lay out all the decor items and basically just kind of put them where I saw fit. But I love this kitchen. This is probably the first time that I've ever played with a different color palette when it came to the counters and the cabinets, and including the the refrigerator and the stove. So I really liked that too. If Clem was to move into an apartment, I could definitely see her and Maddox sharing very similar styles. Although they are similar, they're also very different. And so I decided to go ahead and kind of clutter up the kitchen a little bit. I also implemented these, I don't know if they're called like photo boxes or something like that. But they're basically shelves with like the little tea kettle and whatever. Because Maddox is into culinary arts, I really wanted to incorporate as much culinary themed things as I possibly could. And if you guys are wondering, Jen, you fit a whole dining room, living room, and kitchen in such a small space, literally the size of Maddox's bathroom. Is it functional? Yes, my friends, it is functional. So I do have a nasty little habit of not play testing my builds, and I did in this case, and everything works perfectly. Now, keep in mind, we do have a cat as well. And again, me being me, I forgot all about Cinnamon until the very end. So I had to like sneak in little like cat essentials here and there. But I can't wait to play in this build. Like I seriously can't. And I think that's what's so exciting is that it is really like fun to play in. It's super lived in looking, without it kind of like teetering into just being overly cluttered, which is definitely something I don't like necessarily playing in, but then I love the way it looks in like screenshots and stuff. So I don't know, I feel like this home is the perfect medium between lived in and also a little more like minimalistic or what have you. And so we have our goldfish Ricky. Did not want to freaking miss out on Ricky. I almost left him at the old apartment because again, Jen and her freaking habits, I always leave things of importance, like poor Ricky. So as Maddox was packing up his stuff, he had to snag him last minute. Poor little fish. I mean, literally the water was going all over the freaking hallway and down the elevator. But yeah, so we're just kind of wrapping up these last few final touches. I did go ahead, like I said, and I pulled out a bunch of this clutter and just kind of like stuck it in the foyer area, which is really nice. I love walking into like an entry before you actually walk into the apartment itself. Maddox is a huge music buff, so I decided to go ahead and throw down one of these little handy dandy Lindsay thingamajiggers, which basically is like a knockoff of Alexa. Just show of hands, how many of you guys actually use this contraption? And let me know in the comments down below. I very rarely ever do, but I think it's a cool concept, so I definitely wanted to go ahead and incorporate one of those into the build as well. So if you guys would like to get your manitos on Maddox's apartment, you can do so on the gallery at Jen2606. Do keep in mind though that apartments are dubbed as room lots just because of the way the gallery system works. There isn't actually a tab for apartments, which is so freaking weird. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, you know what to do, boo. Don't forget to go ahead, comment, rate, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below where the sun does not shine, and I will see you all next time. Bye, guys.
I once felt I'm done with the defense. Drove back and climbed over your fence. Had to show you that I was a mess. So you were shrugging your shoulders and closed off. That's what I told you. Soon enough, everything started to change. 'Cause there's no going back. No going back, there's no going back to your old life. Not living in the past, we're over that. I'm feeling it tonight, riding on the dizzying high.